In this video, we're going through NBA player props, baby. Let's get it. Y'all motherfuckers, when they get some free tips, best bets, go ahead and flex some. Pick winners all the time, hit it on a daily. This is all free, you don't even have to pay me. We are back, ladies and gentlemen. We've got some more NBA player props for you. I've got 5 juicy ones, a lot of them in the early slate. So if you're watching this, you might want to get the bets on nice and early. Before we get into our player props, shout out to those who have recently subscribed. We finally eclipsed our first milestone. We've got over 100 subscribers at the moment. So I appreciate y'all. This channel is growing quick, especially the NBA now on. So thank you to everyone who's liked, subscribed, who's shared it. Now let's get into this. Before we talk about player props for these upcoming games, we've got to hold ourselves accountable here and do a bit of a recap. Our last NBA props video, things didn't turn out the way we wanted it to. We went 2 from 5. We took our record to 12 and 8. Halliburton hit. Zion, I pulled out all these stats. If he takes 20 shots, he always hits it. I think he only took 18, and he shot a very poor percentage in that game. Kuzma, nowhere to be seen when it came to rebounds, especially in the second half. I think he had 6 at halftime and then didn't get one at all in the second half. Bane covered his assists easily. I think he finished with 6 in that game, and Dame Lillard just went on a scoring spree, and unfortunately the assists did not come. 5 tips for this slate. First tip we are looking at is Donovan Mitchell over 35.5 points and assists. If I did have to say that was the best bet, for me, this would have to be it. Now, Orlando are 4th in the league in assists allowed to point guards. They're also one of the worst teams in the league at defending guards in general. Donovan Mitchell, he's hit this line in all 3 games so far this season. He's averaging 40. Garland and Rubio are out, so Cleveland are really lacking some playmakers right now. I'm expecting a high usage rate from Donovan Mitchell. He may even score this 35.5 as points alone, but he's been very strong in the assist market as well. This is the Orlando Magic. They've been somewhat competitive this year, so I don't expect it to be a massive blowout and for Mitchell to be rested, but that's my favorite play. 35.5 points and assists for Donovan Mitchell. The very second leg, what we're doing here is we're fading the public. So I'm taking Banchero under 26.5 points and rebounds. Now, if you're on your social medias often, you'll probably see a lot about Paolo Banchero. He's starting to get the recognition after an excellent start to the year. The hype may be getting to him, but maybe not. Recently tied... I forgot who it was, but the first rookie to score over 20 points on their first 4 opening games of their career. He's been scoring very well. But I believe the bookies are starting to catch on. He's also starting to regress a little bit. As a rookie, you wouldn't expect him to maintain his current performance, and I think we're starting to see him slip. His points and his totals for rebounds, they've been trending down every game. 36, 32, 28 and then 25 against the Knicks. He's had an amazing start to his career, but I think we're starting to see some regression here on Banchero. He's also going to be defended by Evan Mobley. Evan Mobley's touted as a future defensive player of the year. Not only do they have Mobley, but they've got Jared Allen clogging up the paint as well. And Cleveland also give it the second least rebounds and the 3rd least points in the league. So defensively, Cleveland should be locking his ass up. They're a better defensive team than the New York Knicks, who did quite a solid job on Paolo. So I'm taking Banchero under 26.5 points and rebounds. I'm fading the public. Seeing a lot of people like his overs. So I'm taking the unders with Paolo. Our third leg that we're chasing is in the Bucks v Nets game. We're taking Grayson Allen to make 3 plus 3-pointers. You can get that at plus money. He's had 2 3-pointers made in both games so far on 13 attempts. So he's only shooting about 30% at the moment this season. That's down from his 40% average that he had last season. He's playing solid minutes. Middleton, Connaughton, Joe Ingles, they're all out of the lineup, so a bit short on wings. The reason why I like this play is Brooklyn have been terrible defensively. I expect to see Giannis and Holiday break down the defense. They'll find Allen for open looks all night. All we're really looking for is a slight improvement on his performance, and this should cash. So he's taking the three-pointers. He's just not making them at a high enough clip. So I'm expecting Grayson Allen to see an improvement in not only the quality of shots that he takes, but also in his just overall field goal percentage from downtown. So 3-3-pointers from Grayson Allen. You can get that at plus money. And our next play is in the very same game. We're taking my fellow Aussie Ben Simmons under 8.5 points. So if Russell Westbrook did not exist, Simmons would be copping all the attention in the world on his lack of scoring. He almost has as much fouls as he does points this season. He's sure to find some foul trouble as well. He'll spend some time guarding Giannis, who's going to bang it straight into his chest. He's been tentative when it comes to shooting the ball. I think 5 shots in a game is his season high. And his free throws are still shit. He's shooting under 50% from the free throw line as well. And then just looking at the Bucks, the number one defensive team in the competition. They're the only team holding their opponents under 100 points. So I'm pretty much going to be fading Ben Simmons until he proves himself. That line of 8.5 is not moving. The bookies aren't budging on that. So while it's 8.5 and Ben Simmons still refuses to score, I'll be taking him on the unders. Our very last prop in this big slate of games, we're looking at Mike Conley to get over 7.5 assists. Now, I think the line for this is actually, it's right. I'd set the line at 7.5. He's averaging 8.5 assists on the season. He's been quite consistent. He's always sitting around 7 or 8. That's where he's landing on. Against the Rockets, most recently recorded 7 assists. But in that game, he only played 27 minutes, and that's down on his average so far this season. The reason why is that was a back-to-back game. So a lot of the Utah Jazz players actually saw a reduction in their minutes against the Rockets. So with the Jazz, they're expected to be better. They're back at home. They've got a day's rest. They're versing the Rockets once again. You can probably find a lot of the players who underperformed in that last game versus the Rockets will overperform in this one. So I like Mike Conley to get over 7.5 assists. The Jazz players should play better. He should play more minutes. So that's my final prop for the day. Our Discord's been absolutely popping off, by the way. So feel free to jump in. The link for that will be in the description. What it is, it's a free punting community. It's extremely engaging. Not only do we do NBA, we do all US sports, a lot of Australian sports, and also we do a lot of racing as well. So feel free to jump in and join the community if you want to get amongst that. If you just want to see us on YouTube, but appreciate if you like and you subscribe. Like I said, the subscriber count is growing every time I put a video up. So I'll do my damnedest to put a video up every single day. But yeah, pretty confident we get back into the winning column after tomorrow. Best bet out of these 5. Take that Donovan Mitchell. But if you want to chase some value, you can get Grayson Allen at plus money to get those 3 3-pointers. So appreciate y'all for tuning in. We'll see you on the next one. I'll let your boy.
Y'all motherfuckers, when they get some free tips, best bets, go ahead and flex some. Pick winners all the time, hit it on a daily. This is all free, you don't even have to pay me.